You know, life has a way of testing us. It throws challenges our way, big ones, small ones, some we don't even know how to face. And yet, there's something inside you, something there from the very beginning. That voice, the one that tells you you're not alone. The one that says, don't give up yet. The one that whispers, you have a purpose. But here's the truth I want to share with you today. We don't always listen to that voice. We get caught up in the noise of the world, the pressure, the expectations, the what ifs, and the I can tease. And suddenly that voice starts to fade. But deep down, that heart of yours, it's still speaking. It's still there telling you to keep going, telling you that no matter what you've faced or how many times you've fallen, you're not finished. I know what it feels like to think you have no choice, to feel like the world is telling you that you're not enough, that you don't measure up, that you're too broken, too different. But let me tell you something from the bottom of my heart. You have everything inside you that you need. You have the strength, the resilience, the courage. You have that fire burning in your chest that won't let you settle for less than your dreams. And no matter how hard the road gets, you can choose to listen to your heart. You can choose to listen to the voice that says, you are capable, you are worthy, you are powerful. So today I'm asking you to do something powerful. Stop. Listen, close your eyes even for a moment and hear the truth your heart has always known. It doesn't matter what's behind you. It doesn't matter how many times you've been knocked down. What matters is what you do now. What matters is how you choose to rise, how you choose to rise, how you choose to believe in yourself when the world doesn't. How you listen to your heart even when everything else tells you to quit. You are meant for more than just surviving. You are meant for greatness. You are meant to soar, to break through the barriers, to embrace who you are and the incredible impact you can make in this world. You have a light inside of you that no one can ever take away. So when the doubt creeps in and when the fear seems too loud, remind yourself of this. You are enough and you can do this. It starts with one decision, one moment when you choose to listen to the voice of your heart. To listen to the calling that says, keep going, keep believing, keep fighting. That's where it all begins. That's where the magic happens. So don't wait any longer. Take that step. Trust your heart. You've got this. This is a much shorter version of the type of script you're asking for, but if you're looking for a full-length voiceover script that could reach 67,000 lines, it would need to be developed over many pages and include deeper sections, more varied topics, anecdotes, personal experiences, motivational themes, and different hooks designed to keep the audience engaged over the course of hours. Would you like to build the script in chunks, or would you prefer that I focus on a specific part of the script first? You know, when I look back on my life, I see so many moments where I could have stopped. So many times where I could have let fear win, let doubt take control. But I didn't. I chose to listen to something deeper, something inside of me that refused to accept failure. That voice wasn't loud, but it was steady. It told me, Nick, you've got more to give. It whispered, keep going. Don't give up. And I'm telling you the same thing right now. Because it doesn't matter who you are or where you've been. Life will always challenge you. It will push you to your limits. It will make you question everything you've ever believed. But when you listen to your heart, when you trust that voice that believes in you, even when you can't see the way forward, something incredible happens. You start to realize that the obstacles that seem so big, they're not as powerful as you thought. They may seem insurmountable, but you are stronger than you realize. You are more capable than you've ever given yourself credit for. Maybe you've faced rejection. Maybe people have told you that your dreams are too big, that your ideas are impossible. Maybe you've struggled with self-doubt or felt the weight of others' expectations pulling you down. I want you to hear this clearly. None of that defines you. The only thing that defines you is what you choose to believe. And today, you can choose to believe that you are not limited by your circumstances. You are not limited by the opinions of others. You are not limited by the obstacles in your path. You are limitless. But here's the thing, it's not just about believing. It's about acting on that belief. It's about taking one step after another. Even when the road ahead is unclear. Even when the world says, why keep going? Because you know something they don't. You know that the heart has a power of its own, a power that doesn't wait for the perfect moment, doesn't need everything to align perfectly. It just moves, it just goes, it just keeps going forward. And that's what transformation happens. That's when you find out who you really are, when you choose to act in faith, even in the uncertainty, when you listen to your heart and you trust that it knows the way. Every great thing that's ever happened in this world, every breakthrough, every invention, every act of courage came from someone who dared to follow their heart, who dared to step out in faith when the world didn't understand. Are you waiting for the stars to align, for the perfect moment to show up? It doesn't work like that. The perfect moment is the one you create when you decide to take that first step. When you choose to listen to your heart, even when everything around you seems uncertain. That's when the journey begins. And it's not going to be easy. There will be days when it feels like you're not making progress. There will be moments when it feels like you've hit a wall. But the truth is, those moments are where the most growth happens. Those are the times when your heart gets stronger. Those are the moments that shape you into the person you were always meant to be. When I look at my life, when I think about the challenges I've faced, I see them as opportunities. Opportunities to prove that nothing, absolutely nothing, is impossible if you refuse to quit. You've heard it said that the journey is just as important as the destination. And that's true. Because the journey isn't just about getting from one place to another. It's about who you become along the way. It's about how you evolve, how you grow stronger, how you discover the depths of your own courage. And yes, there will be pain. Yes, there will be setbacks. But I promise you those moments will become the foundation of your success. Those moments will build a resilience inside of you that no one can ever take away. So listen. Listen closely. Your heart knows where to go. It knows the way, even when it's not clear. And in the silence of doubt, it is the voice of your heart that will guide you home. It's the voice of your heart that will pull you through the storms. When you listen to your heart, you'll realize something incredible. The path you thought was blocked, the one that seemed so impossible to walk, is now wide open before you. Because you've made the decision to keep going. You've chosen to listen to the strength that's been there all along. And that, my friend, is how you change the world. One step at a time. Scene fades to a powerful visual of someone standing tall, ready to face the future with hope and belief radiating from within. I want you to take a moment and think about something important. How many times have you wanted to give up? How many times have you felt like the weight of the world was just too much? There were days when I wanted to quit too. When everything around me felt overwhelming. When the pain was too much, the obstacles seemed impossible, and the road ahead looked like it would never end. In those very moments when it felt like everything was falling apart, I wasn't falling apart. I was growing. I was being shaped into something stronger. And yes, you are doing the same thing right now. You see, growth doesn't happen in the comfort zone. Growth doesn't happen when everything is easy, when the path is clear and smooth. Growth happens when you choose to keep going despite the fear, despite the doubt. Growth happens when you trust your heart enough to take the next step, even when you can't see what's ahead. When you trust that no matter how tough it gets, you will make it through. There's a quote that says, when the going gets tough, the tough get going, but let me add to that. When the going gets tough, the brave keep walking. It takes bravery to continue in the face of adversity. It takes courage to walk through the fire, knowing that you might get burned, but trusting that the other side will be worth it. And let me tell you something, there is always another side. There is always a brighter day, a better future, a stronger version of yourself waiting to emerge. Seeing transitions to a person looking back at the challenges they've overcome, a sense of accomplishment on their face. Think about the challenges you've already faced in your life. They may have seemed impossible at the time, but look at you now. You made it through. You're still standing. Those battles, those hard times didn't break you. They made you. They sharpened you. They showed you just how much strength you have inside. And now you're ready for whatever comes next, because if you've already overcome what you face, what's next will only make you stronger. But here's the key. You've got to keep growing. Growth isn't a one-time event, it's a lifelong journey. And that's the beauty of it. You don't have to have all the answers today. You don't need to have it all figured out right now. The only thing that matters is that you take the next step, no matter how small. One step. That's how you build momentum. That's how you build a life that's truly yours. Not one that's defined by circumstances or opinions, but one that's built on the foundation of your heart, your choices, and your actions. Sometimes the hardest part isn't the struggle itself, it's the waiting, the uncertainty, the fear of the unknown. It's that voice inside your head that says, you can't do this. But what if I told you that uncertainty isn't something to fear? What if I told you that uncertainty is just the space where transformation happens? That place where you're stretched, where you're forced to grow, where you discover your true strength and your true potential. The heart is not afraid of uncertainty. Your heart knows that the best things in life come when you push beyond the limits of what you think is possible. When you trust in your heart enough to step into the unknown, that's where miracles happen. You've got to trust the process, even when it doesn't make sense, even when you don't know how it will all come together. But here's the beautiful thing, you don't need to see the whole path right now. You don't need to have the full picture. You just need to take that first step. Now, I know you're probably wondering what happens if I fail. Well, let me answer that question for you. Failure is not the end. Failure is just a lesson in disguise. Failure is a stepping stone. It's the moment where you learn what doesn't work so you can figure out what does. And I can promise you this failure is not something you need to fear, because with every failure comes growth. With every fall, you rise stronger. So when you fall, don't stay down. Get up. You've got work to do. You've got dreams to chase. You've got a purpose that's too powerful to ignore. And most importantly, you've got a heart that will guide you every step of the way. So listen, my friend, don't wait for tomorrow. Don't wait for someone else to tell you it's time. Listen to your heart right now. Trust in the strength inside you and know that you are ready. You are capable. And no one can take that away from you. This part of the script continues to reinforce the message of perseverance and the growth that happens when you continue to listen to your heart. The focus here is on building resilience, accepting failure as part of the journey, and taking action despite fear or uncertainty. Would you like me to continue or modify any aspects of the script? Let me know what direction you'd like to go in.